Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today, as a first video, I thought of doing a tutorial on my first ever own design of a rainbow balloon bracelet. This is the one that I'm going to be showing you. It is called the Glorious Bracelet, and it looks like this if you want to get a closer look. This is a really nice design. This particular one, I used 2 looms to make, and it fits really good, perfectly around my wrist, and yeah, it fits really nice around my wrist. The only problem with this is that it is really bulky because there's a lot of bands on it. But yeah, without further ado, I'm going to show you how to make this bracelet. For this bracelet, you're going to need your loom in this configuration. So pause your video here and come back when your loom is in this configuration. Next, you're going to need some bands. I'm going to be using white for the border, teal and turquoise for the colors that are on the inside, the pattern. We'll be needing 2 C-clips to help us with our project, but we'll be using only one to put the project together, basically. And last but not least, you're going to need your hook. Now I have in front of me a crochet hook and my rainbow loom metal tipped hook. The reason is because you can use both of these since they both have metal tipped hooks. They're metal tipped actually. I would suggest not using a plastic hook because there's going to be a lot of tension on your pegs and on your bands, and your hook might break. So yeah. Okay, so our first step is to place our bands. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to grab your first band. So we're going to be doing our border first. So we're going to grab our first band and we're going to go from this middle peg right here, to the one below it right there. So we're going to grab this band and stretch it from one peg to another. And then you're going to grab another one, go from this peg to the peg in the middle. So it makes a straight line like this. Next, you want to go up the loom like you would normally do. So up the loom, like that. So I'll be back to show you how to close this off. I also forgot to mention in the beginning that this is a bracelet for advanced loomers. So if you're not advanced, I suggest you not make this, but if you want to give it a try, you can go ahead and do so. Okay, so once you're at the top of your loom, you're going to grab one of your bands and you're going to start from this metal peg and you're going to go down like that. Then you're going to grab another one and you're going to go from this top peg to the one in the middle. So it's going to be like this. So that is how you make your border. So now we're going to be adding our inside bands, which are the colored ones. So I want you to pay attention on this step, and I want you to do the same thing as I do. Do not do it the other way around because it's going to be hard for me to explain it later on. So just keep on going like how I'm going to be doing it. So first things you want to do is you want to grab your first color. I'm using my turquoise, and I'm going to go from the middle peg here, and I'm going to start and I'm going to put a band, and I'm going to stretch the band down. I will not release it yet. I will expand it upwards as well, not again. So you're going to have a triangle like that. Now you're going to take your next color, either the same color or you can change your color, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to be using the same color. So you want to go from this peg, you want to extend down, and then you want to go up. So you want to go 1, 2, 3, like that, and push that down because we're going to add more bands later. Now you're going to grab your next color, and you want to go from the peg that you just finished on. So you finished on this peg, so you want to go down, up, like that, another triangle. Now you're going to go to the next peg from here, so this one, and you want to go down diagonally, and then up diagonally, like that. So you're basically going to keep on putting on triangles until the top of the loom, and I'll be back to show you what the next placement of bands is going to be. Okay, so your loom should look like this. Alright, so the next set of bands is going to be the border color again. So we're going to grab a little bit of that. And what you want to do is you just want to basically do a single chain up the loom. So up the middle side of your loom, you want to do a single chain, like that. Now the reason why we're doing a single chain is because a single chain basically keeps everything together on this one side of the loom, of the bracelet, because we're going to do two sides. So yeah, that's basically it. Alright, so once you've put your single chain down the loom, so here it is, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be adding capping bands on this side of the loom. The reason is because we're going to be connecting the two pieces together, and we're going to be connecting them with capping bands. So you can do that, you can make them clear, but if you don't make them clear and you make them the same color as your border, you won't be able to see them, so you don't have to worry about that. You also won't be able to see the single chain that's going to go down the loom that much. So you can either do it clear or normal. It doesn't really matter how you want to do it. Okay, so I'm going to start with my capping bands now. And what I want to do is I want to be putting my capping bands as I'm looking at my loom on the right side. So we're going to grab this first band here, make a capping band. You're going to be making capping bands up the loom until this last peg right here. And I'm going to come back to show you what to do next. Okay, so now that you've placed all of your capping bands, we're going to turn our loom around so the hours are pointing towards us. And we're going to grab another band of the border color, and we're going to make a capping band here on this peg right there. Okay, now on to the hooking process. Alright, to start the hooking process, you want to go in through your capping band, and you can see that there is a white band, a teal band, and the two border white bands. You want to grab the top white band, which is the single chain, bring it off the loom, and loop it back to itself, like that. That's as simple as that. Then you want to go and through here, and you can see that there's the teal band remaining, and then the two whites. You want to grab the teal band, bring that off the loom, like that, and you want to loop it up here, and then stretch it and over on this side. So on these two pegs, you're gonna have it like that. All right. Next, you're gonna go in through here, grab the top band, which is going to be your single chain, loop it back up to itself, and now you're gonna go in through here, this first teardrop thingy of your single chain, and you want to grab this band, which is your next teal band. And what you want to do is you want to take it off the loom and loom it back here, and then on the top like so. Always making sure that they're over the capping bands here. And then we're going to go into the next, and then grab the next color right there, and then loop it up and there. So now you want to keep doing that up the loom, and I'll be back to show you how to loop the border. Alright, so now your loom should look like this. Now what we're going to do is we're going to loom the border. Now the border is really simple to loom because you know, you just have to start with the same way that I'm going to start, and then the same way that I'm going to end. But then the rest in between is the same, is a really easy thing to do. So you want to go in through the capping band here, grab this top band, bring it back to itself like that. Now then take the next one and bring it up. And then you want to go in through here, grab the bottom band, loop it up, go in through here with all these bands. Be careful though, because there's a lot of bands, and loop it up. Make sure that you go through the capping band here, since you need to go through the capping band in order for the capping band to be on the loom. So you want to keep on doing that until we reach the top, and I'll be back to show you how to close off the border. Okay, so now that you've loomed all of the bands for the border, you're going to go in through this capping band and just bring the last final border band on the middle, and do the same thing on the other like that. And now you want to grab a band of the border color, go in through here, through all of the bands, grab a band, pull it through, grab one of the 2 C-clips that we're going to be using to help us with this bracelet, and we're going to clip it on. And now you want to just take it off the loom, and I want you to go on carefully about it. Do not go ahead and start pulling on it, because I mean, it's going to be fine, but don't pull on it, because there's going to be a lot of tension on the bands, especially the ones that have the capping band on there. So I'll be back to show you how it looks. Okay, so this is how it's going to look like when it's off the loom. This is one side of the 2 for this bracelet. So give it a tug so everything goes back into place. Make sure that the capping bands, both of the bands of the capping band, are visible. And yeah, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and do the other side of this bracelet. Alright, so for the other side, you basically need to get your loom again, and you don't really need to change your loom. You can leave it as it is. And what you need to do is you need to make a border just like the one that we did before. So if you don't remember how to do that, you can go ahead and click back to the video and see how to do that. Okay, so now that you've done your border, we are going to start with the triangles. So we want to start with the same color that we started before. So I started with turquoise, sorry. And yeah, we're gonna do our triangles. So this side is going to be the other side of the bracelet. So you just have to follow how I do it, and it's gonna turn out really nice. So what you want to do is you want to start in this middle peg here, and you want to go up across like you would do a single chain, but then you just want to extend so it's a triangle right there. Grab your next color, a single chain up there, and extend it right there. The next one, like that. The next one, like that. And then you're going to keep doing this up the loom, and then I'll be back to show you what the next step is going to be. Okay, so your loom should look like this. And now we're going to be adding our single chain as we did before. And you guys basically know how to do that. So I'm going to pause the video here, and I'll be back when I'm done. Alright, so the loom should look like this. And now what you want to do is you want to turn your loom around, and here is where we're going to be adding our other side. So we turned our loom around since the bottom bands have to be aligned with the bottom of these triangles. So basically all of the capping bands will go on this side. So yeah, basically you just have to take the band. It's really simple. Just take the capping band here. This one's twisted and it's annoying me. Okay, so you want to take one of the two of the capping bands, grab it, put it on like that. Grab the next, put it on like that. Keep doing that up until the last pin of the loom, and I'll be back to show you how it looks. Okay, so the loom should look like this right now. And now what you want to do is you want to take the capping band that's keeping everything together and just bring it through back here and then put it on like that. Now this is hard, so make sure to be careful with the bands. These are rainbow loom bands and they are really sturdy, so I wouldn't mind. So yeah, that's how you do that, and I'm going to show you how to hook everything up now, and I'll be back. Alright, so now that we're ready to loom everything, we're going to go in through this, which is our capping band, and we're going to go and we're going to grab the first band, which is the single chain, and then we're going to be grabbing the teal, looming the teal up here and here. And then taking this one and looping it that way. And then again, single chain, turquoise, up here and there, there, and there. And keep on doing that until you reach the top of your loom. Also, make sure to be careful because your bands might snap. So just keep that in mind and try and work as fast as you can. I will, because I know my bracelet, so I know how to do it really fast. But be careful for you guys because you're learning how to make it. Be careful, be careful because your bands might snap. This band especially. Alright, so I'm gonna come back when I'm done with that. I'm gonna show you how to do the border. Okay, so once you're done, your loom should look like this. Alright, so now we're going to go in through the capping band again, grab our border color, and bring that up here, like that. But make sure to push that down so it's on the peg. Do not lose that. And then the next one goes up here. And then in through, grabbing that, pulling it up, and going through every single thing, grabbing that last band, which I didn't grab that last band, I grabbed something other than that. So I'm gonna go in through here, try and find it, not grabbing other stuff here, and pulling that upward. And now that that is loomed, you can release this and make it, make it a little bit looser for it because it's gonna be hard for it. So keep doing that up the loom and I'll be back to show you how to close this off. Okay, so once you've reached the top, you're gonna go in through here, grab this band, bring it in the middle. Then you're gonna go in through this band and grab this band like that. And now pull a band through like so. Actually, don't do that. Don't twist your bands while you do this because you are going to most likely have twisted bands. So once you've done that, you're going to grab your other C-clip and we're going to clip that on. Okay, and now you just want to take it off the loom like we did before. Again, really carefully because there's a lot of pressure on all of these bands. So I'm going to come back to show you how it's going to look like. Okay, so it's going to come out like this. And if you take it out like this, you will see that one side is like thinner than the other. So the only thing that you really need to do is you need to pull, give it a really good tug, and they're going to even up. And as you can see, it looks really, really nice. You cannot see the single chains that we did, and you cannot see the capping bands unless you do this. Now, once you've done that, I'm gonna fix this here because the capping band. And here we go. And now I'm gonna show you what to do and how to close it. Okay, so in order to close it and not have two C-clips, you're gonna go in through both of these bands from the back, and the same goes for this side. Like that. Take off the C-clips. And now you want to go and grab a band, pull that through all 4 bands, and it's going to look like this now. I want to make an extension since it's a really small bracelet. It's on 1 loom, so I'm going to go ahead and go off camera, do this, and I'll be back. Okay, so I'm done doing my extension. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to grab a C-clip and clip that on. And your bracelet is basically ready. You're going to go ahead and clip, and you're going to clip the C-clip on the capping band. There, like that. And you can wear it however you like because it's a 2-sided. It has the same pattern on both sides. So yeah. Thanks for watching my first YouTube video. I really hope you were able to make this bracelet. If you were, please go on Instagram, take a picture, and tag me on there. Tag me at Rainbow Road 2020, and I will most likely see all of them, and I will be liking it and maybe commenting it if I really like the color combination that you used. So, as I said, thanks for watching this video, and I'll be seeing you guys in my next one. Goodbye.